Good evening. This is All India Radio and I am Valsa Williams with the news at 9. The headlines. 74th Republic Day being celebrated with traditional patriotic fervour. India's military might and cultural diversity showcased in a magnificent parade on Kartavya Path in national capital. Hoisting of national flag, march pasts and laying wreaths on war memorials mark the day across the country. Reports of Republic Day celebrations coming in from Indian missions abroad. Bharat Parv, displaying cuisine and culture of different states of the country, begins at Red Fort in Delhi. Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia unveils world's first intranasal COVID-19 vaccine in COVAX. Rohan Bopanna and Sania Mirza to play their mixed doubles final of Australian Open tennis in Melbourne tomorrow. And in badminton, Lakshya Sen enters quarterfinals of Indonesia Masters in Jakarta. The nation celebrated the 74th Republic Day today with the main function held at Kartavya Path in New Delhi. President Draupadi Murmu led the nation in celebrating the day. Egyptian President Abdel Fattah el-Sisi was the chief guest at the parade. At the beginning of the main ceremony, Prime Minister Narendra Modi visited the National War Memorial to lead the nation in paying tribute to the brave hearts of the country and laid a wreath. The national flag was unfurled, followed by the national anthem with a booming 21-gun salute. Reflecting the growing Atmanirbharta in defence this year, the 21-gun salute was given with the 105mm Indian field guns, replacing the vintage 25-pounder gun. 4 Mi-17 and V-5 helicopters showered flower petals on the audience present at Kartavya Path. During the march past, the Indian Army was represented by a mounted column of 61 cavalry, 9 mechanized columns and 6 marching contingents. Indigenously developed equipment like Arjun tank, Nag missile system, K9 Vajra howitzer gun and Akash weapon system were showcased during the parade. The marching contingent of the Indian Air Force consisted of 4 officers and 144 air warriors. The naval contingent of 144 young sailors was led by woman officer Lieutenant Commander Disha Amrit. For the first time ever, the marching contingent consisted of 3 women and 6 Agniveers. Also, for the first time, female camel riders of the BSF participated, showcasing women's empowerment. A report.
The military prowess of India, its cultural diversity, government's initiatives for self-reliance, women empowerment and emergence of a new India were displayed with great zeal at the iconic parade on Kartavya Path. The highlight of the parade was the participation of an Egyptian military contingent. 23 tableaus from 17 states and union territories and 6 from various ministries and departments focusing on the nation's rich cultural heritage, socio-economic development, Nari Shakti, military might and economic progress were the main attraction of the day. Cultural performances by 479 artists selected through the nationwide Vande Bharatam dance competition also added color to the parade. In the most eagerly awaited segment, the flypast, a breathtaking air show was performed by 45 aircraft of Indian Air Force, 1 from the Indian Navy and 4 helicopters of the Army. The concluding vertical Charlie maneuver was performed by Rafale fighter aircraft. The ceremony culminated with the national anthem and the release of tricolor balloons. Trupti Srivastava, News Desk.
Reports of Republic Day celebrations are also pouring in from states, union territories and Indian embassies and missions abroad. The unfurling of a national flag, laying of wreaths at war memorials, march pasts and reading of the President's address on the eve of the Republic Day at Indian missions abroad were some of the highlights of the celebrations. In Uttar Pradesh, Republic Day functions were organized at all district headquarters, educational institutions and various government offices. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath appealed to the people to perform their duties with honesty while keeping in mind the nation first. Jammu and Kashmir Lieutenant Governor Manoj Sinha, while addressing the Republic Day gathering at Maulana Azad Stadium, Jammu, said the security agencies have launched their final assault on militancy and its ecosystem to ensure everlasting peace in the Union Territory. The LG said the morale of the security forces is high and all attempts to destabilize peace are being given a befitting reply. Our Leh correspondent has filed this report on Republic Day celebrations in Ladakh.
Ladakh LG R.K. Mathur said that under India's presidency, the scheduled G20 event will be a rare opportunity to showcase the rich culture and heritage of Ladakh. Mr. Mathur congratulated Tikse Rinpoche for being conferred Padma Shri Award, greeted the state awardees and Ladakh police officers for prestigious police medals for meritorious services. He said infrastructure development in health sector, successful conversion of primary health centers into e-hospitals, full coverage of ABA ID cards have improved medical and health services in Ladakh. 2023 will be dedicated for improvement of services to Divyangjan. Ramesh Chandra, All India Radio News, Leh.
The LG of Andaman and Nicobar Islands, Admiral D.K. Joshi, presented commendation certificates to 18 persons for their exemplary contributions. In his address, he highlighted the developmental works on the islands, including the seaplane projects, Great Nicobar Transshipment Project, and enhancing helicopter services. At the Southern Naval Command Headquarters in Kochi, naval and coast guard vessels were dressed overall with festoons and ceremonial flags to mark the occasion. India's High Commissioner in Colombo, Gopal Bagle, laid a wreath at the IPKF Memorial. Speaker of the Parliament of Sri Lanka, Mahindayapa Abeyavardhana, said in his video message that India is the only bilateral creditor of Sri Lanka to convey written financing assurance to the IMF. He thanked the exemplary leadership of Prime Minister Narendra Modi. Our Kathmandu correspondent has filed this report on Republic Day celebrations in Nepal.
During the Republic Day celebration, Ambassador of India to Nepal, Naveen Srivastav, felicitated war widows and the next of kin of deceased soldiers by disbursing the dues of Nepali rupees 4.60 crore and blankets. Reiterating its commitment to helping the retired soldiers, the embassy unveiled the Bhupu 2022 magazine covering the welfare initiatives of the Government of India for ex-servicemen domiciled in Nepal. The celebrations witnessed renditions of patriotic songs and performances by students of Swami Vivekanand Cultural Center of the Embassy and Kendra Vidyalaya School, Kathmandu. Shweta Singh for All India Radio, Kathmandu.
Our Beijing correspondent reports the highlights of the Republic Day celebrations in the Indian Embassy included screening of G20 video, Bharatanatyam performance and a play in Hindi by Mr. Darshan Nayak and his team of diaspora members. The play, titled Ganarajya, focused on the unity and diversity inherent in the Indian Republic. Celebrations were also held at consulates in Guangzhou and Shanghai. The 74th Republic Day was celebrated with great joy at Amritsar Atari Wagah border today. Border Security Force DIG Sanjay Gaur hoisted the flag. The BSF offered sweets to Pakistan Rangers. BSF Commandant Jasbir Singh said the joint checkpost at Atari has made a unique identity as a symbol of nationality. He informed that they organized a number of programs as well. In Jammu and Kashmir also, the BSF and Pakistan Rangers exchanged sweets and greetings at various outposts along the international border and LOC in Jammu Division on the occasion of the 74th Republic Day today. The 6-day mega event Bharat Parv began this evening at Red Fort in Delhi as part of Republic Day celebrations. Union Minister for Culture and Tourism G. Kishan Reddy inaugurated the event, showcasing cuisine and culture of different states of the country. During the event, some of the best Republic Day parade tableaus will be displayed, as also cultural performances by the zonal cultural centres and cultural troupes from states and union territories. Besides, a pan-India food court and crafts bazaar with 65 handicraft stalls have been set up. Today, the event will be open to the general public till 10 p.m. From tomorrow onwards, it will be open from noon to 10 p.m. Branding and promotion of Dekho Apna Desh, Ek Bharat Shresth Bharat, G20 and Mission Life will also be undertaken during the event. This is All India Radio giving you the news. For quick news updates round the clock, follow us on our Twitter handle at AIR News Alerts. Union Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia unveiled the world's first intranasal COVID-19 vaccine Incovac in New Delhi today. It is developed by Bharat Biotech International Limited in collaboration with Biotechnology Industry Research Assistance. The ministry said the vaccine is to receive approval for the primary 2-dose schedule and as a heterologous booster dose. The rollout of Incovac is expected to begin in private hospitals that have placed advance orders. Initial manufacturing capacity of several million doses per annum has been established. This can be scaled up to 1 billion doses as required. Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja are being celebrated today with great enthusiasm. Students organize puja in schools, colleges and educational institutions seeking the blessings of the goddess of learning. The day is celebrated in various states of North India. People take a holy dip in rivers, wear yellow-colored clothes and visit temples. In West Bengal, the day is celebrated with traditional fervour. Pujas are held in almost every household, praying for better results and for good learning. Our Kolkata correspondent reports that this year, Saraswati Puja is being held in physical form full-fledgedly. State Governor C.V. Anand Bose formally started learning Bengali language, observing Hathikodi or Introduction to Letters this afternoon. Prime Minister Narendra Modi greeted the nation on the occasion of Basant Panchami and Saraswati Puja. In his message, the Prime Minister wished that the auspicious occasion would infuse new energy and enthusiasm in everyone's life. Prime Minister Narendra Modi will interact with students in his Pariksha Pe Charcha program at Talkatora Stadium in New Delhi tomorrow. Around 102 students across the country will attend the function. It will be the 6th edition of Pariksha Pe Charcha, held every year since 2018. The Prime Minister will also interact with parents and teachers to help and enable them to support students in accomplishing their dreams and goals. Over 38 lakh students have registered for Pariksha Pe Charcha this year, which is 50% more as compared to the previous year. Now on to sports. In the Australian Open tennis, Rohan Bopanna and Sania Mirza will take on Luisa Stefani and Rafael Matos in the mixed doubles final tomorrow. The match will begin at 6:30 a.m. Sania and Bopanna defeated Desiree Krauchek and Neil Skupski 7-6, 6-7, 10-6 in the semi-final yesterday. In the women's singles, Elena Rybakina stormed into her first Australian Open final with a 7-6, 6-3 win over Victoria Azarenka today. In Indonesia Masters Badminton, Lakshya Sen entered the quarterfinals, defeating Tae Yong of Malaysia in men's singles in Jakarta today. The Indian shuttler won the round of 16 match 19-21, 21-8, 21-17. The world number 12 Sen will now face Jonathan Christie of Indonesia tomorrow. Lakshya is the only remaining Indian hope in men's singles, with H.S. Pranoy, Kidambi Srikanth and Priyanshu Rajawat bowing out in the first round. Saina Nehwal was also knocked out today by Han Yue of China 21-15, 21-17 in 29 minutes. In the FIH Hockey Men's World Cup, India trounced Japan 8-0 at the Birsa Munda Stadium in Rourkela this evening. All the goals were scored in the third and fourth quarters. India will face South Africa on Saturday for the 9th to 12th place classification match. Earlier, while Argentina thrashed Chile 8-0, South Africa beat Malaysia 6-3 and Wales outplayed France 2-1 in the penalty shootout. Wales and France were level 2-2 at full-time. Meanwhile, with the title race hotting up the semi-finalists, Australia, Germany and Belgium, the Netherlands are busy priming themselves up for the showdown tomorrow at the Kalinga Stadium in Bhubaneswar. In table tennis, star Indian paddler Manika Batra continued her ascent in the ITTF rankings as she climbed 3 places to reach a career-best 33rd spot in the latest women's list. The first T20 international of the 3-match series between India and New Zealand will be played in Ranchi tomorrow. The game will begin at 7 p.m. India made a clean sweep of the 3-match ODI series against the Kiwis and claimed the top spot in the ICC men's ODI ranking. In women's cricket, India under-19 team will face New Zealand in the first semi-final of ICC T20 World Cup at Sandwest Park, Potchefstroom, South Africa tomorrow. The match will begin at 1:30 p.m. And now, before we end the bulletin, the headlines once again. 74th Republic Day being celebrated with traditional patriotic fervour. India's military might and cultural diversity showcased in a magnificent parade on Kartavya Path in national capital. Hoisting of national flag, march pasts and laying wreaths on war memorials mark the day across the country. Reports of Republic Day celebrations coming in from Indian missions abroad. Bharat Parv, displaying cuisine and culture of different states of the country, begins at Red Fort in Delhi. Health Minister Dr. Mansukh Mandavia unveils world's first intranasal COVID-19 vaccine, Incovac. Rohan Bopanna and Sania Mirza to play their mixed doubles final of Australian Open tennis in Melbourne tomorrow. That is all in the news at 9. Good night.